Hello, ladies and gentlemen. How you doing? NihonTiger here. Welcome back to Project Cars. And you might not hear any music in the background anymore. Well, that is because the fine folks at Slightly Mad Studios decided not to tell anybody that the entire soundtrack is actually not completely safe for YouTube at all, and is in fact going to get you content ID hits all over the place because reasons. I guess their publisher decided to upload the whole thing and start claiming all videos with it, including putting ads on there when there not supposed to be any ads on there and taking all your money. So, in light of that, you might have noticed some of my old videos. I have re-edited them slightly to reduce the music, and I just did that on YouTube. So I've pretty much cut all the music out of my old videos, so that's why some of them have maybe different edits than you're used to. As far as what's going to happen with those, I'll probably eventually end up re-uploading those without the music in them. I'm just not uploading them right now because I would like to keep the stats on those for a while. And who knows, maybe we'll keep those or whatnot. We'll just see what happens. And if we have to re-upload them without the music, I have ways of doing that. I have ways of editing the music out, so I will just do that and re-upload them. But yeah, won't be a problem going forward, and we'll be playing this game for a while, so there'll be many more episodes that'll be okay. Starting with this one. So last time we mentioned we have the GT3 stuff going on. We got 3 races with that, and they're kind of spread apart. So we're going to be doing the GT3. I think the US trophy is the one we decided to do. So we'll be doing that one with our McLaren 12C GT3. But first, we gotta go do the historic GT5 UK trophy, which we have not done. And these cars are all Group 5 cars from way back in the day. The BMW 320 Turbo and the Ford Capri Zac Speed are the 2 that we have. Already went ahead, did qualifying. We're at Snetterton. This is the Snetterton 300 course, which is the full racy course. And yeah, cranked it up just ever so slightly. Oh, I think this is new, but you can now kind of fine-tune opponent's skill a little bit. So I'm going to leave it at 68 for now. I think that's about right. Actually, I had it at 66, and I still qualified 6th place. So whatever, we'll let that be. We're going to go hop to the race right now, do our racing, and let's go. Hey guys, what's up? It's NihonTiger. Welcome back. Ooh, look at that. My car is so pretty. But welcome back to Project Cars. Specifically, we are doing the race at Snetterton. This is the full Snetterton track, 2 laps in these Group 5 cars. Oh my goodness, that was a beautiful start. Just straight up stole it. We're up to P1 from 6. And yeah, the Snetterton course that we're racing on right now is the full course. So come on here to Montreal. And instead of making a left here, we're going to go straight. And go on down to this triangle-y section. So, yeah, it's not much different. There's a couple extra turns, and it spits you back out onto the back straight and the Bentley straight, I think I remember correctly. And come down here to this corner, break it a little heavy. That's all right. So yeah, I picked this car because it looks awesome, and it's orange and black. You really don't need any other reason besides that. Oh. A little bit of tire slip there. Going down to this corner, Augie's. And over the right-hander. Into the Williams corner, which leads on to the Bentley straight. There you go. Nicely done. And then we got the rest of the course is all the same. You got the bottom hole turn there and everything else. But while we're racing here, let's talk a little bit about the car that we're racing in today. And the car we'll be racing in for the next 4 races in this series. I'll probably split this apart over 2 episodes. But this car right here in particular, this is the Ford Zac Speed Capri Turbo. It's a car from 1981. It's a Group 5 car, which was, at one point, it was a sports car class that the FIA set up. And it later kind of became a special production group. So we got these specially made race cars that were based off of production cars, but they really weren't like the production cars at all. They had the huge wings on the front and these huge front fenders, splitters. There we go. And nice run there. And this one, the Zaxpeed Capri, raced in the DRM, which is not something that is in your video games. It is a series that was in Germany in the 1980s. It was a forerunner to the modern day DTM series. So those of you who like that, these cars were the ones that raced before then. And the Capri was a European car that was supposed to be like a European Mustang, or like the European equivalent of the Mustang, because they didn't get the Mustang in Europe. It wasn't quite that much, but it still made it into a pretty good race car here. And specifically, the Zaxpeed Capri went on to win the 1981 DRM Championship. It is, I think, one of the few years that actually raced in the DRM, so it's a championship winning car. It's a very nice car to look at. Not too bad to drive. There's a lot of power in the back, it feels like, because it feels like the car just wants to whip around so much. I think it's a front wheel drive car, or no, it's a rear wheel drive car, but it definitely, the power when you're coming out of the corners, you have to kind of throttle the accelerator a little bit, because otherwise the tires spin while you're turning and you just lose control and off the track you go, or you're spinning out, and it's no fun. So we'll brake here, and yep. So yeah, these cars became the Group B cars, and those were fun for a while, and then they got banned for being too powerful, so now nothing like that exists anymore. It's sad. But hey, there we go. Got a win. 3 minutes 56 seconds. Not too bad. So we'll go ahead, flip gears around, and flip gears. Racing game. So we'll go flip a few things around, hopefully not the car, and get ready for some GT3 racing in the US. Be right back. Alright, so here we are. GT3 racing. There we go.
Steady on the outlap.
It's going to be steady on the outlap here. We're at Laguna Seca, first race. I've never driven this car before. This is my first time in the McLaren 12C, which is a nice car. It's kind of meant to be like a little brother to the F1. It's not quite the beast that the McLaren F1 was, but it's still a pretty good car. Alright, so here we go, going around Laguna Seca. Which the good news is we are very familiar with Laguna Seca from our racing past, from our various experiences. It's a beautiful, beautiful track. I've mentioned this before. I really like it. There we go. Just kind of getting used to the car here. The tires are actually already warmed up. I don't know if they're warmed up on purpose or if I warmed them up myself. Go through the corkscrew. I love that corner. It's so much fun. There's a lot of dragging of bumpers and undercarriages, but it's a good track. It's a good corner. Oh, careful! I want to brake a little bit through there, not too much. In this last corner, we just want to get on the brakes, get slowed, and get a good jump off onto the main stretch here. Now we can actually begin our timed lap, and I certainly hope we'll have a good one here. So if I remember correctly, I hit one of the braking markers. That is a bad omen. Not a good omen. But if I remember correctly, the original Laguna Seca track was much longer, and it was much more circular. It wasn't, this middle section that we're going through right now didn't actually exist. I think the first corner connected to right about here. It was a lot faster of a track. There we go. What do we got up here? Ooh, we got up here. Is this a Mercedes-Benz? Is this a Bentley? There's a couple of different GT cars that we could race if we had a choice, but we have a team, and our team is racing the McLaren 12C, so that's what we got. Could be also a BMW, I don't know. There we go. Not too bad. We didn't get the acceleration out of there that I'd hoped for, but it's okay. Still doing alright. Yeah, that's definitely a Mercedes-Benz. And not Mercedes. It's BMW. What the hell? You know what you're talking about, Nihon. All right, P1. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Oh, okay. We've destroyed 2 now. This is going to be an even faster lap, apparently. Number of braking markers we destroy directly correlates to the amount of speed that we get. Oh. Nope. I spun it. 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 Okay. There you go, Mr. Mercedes-Benz. Get out of your way. Get on through. I'm even courteous to the AI drivers when I don't really need to be, but I'm a good guy. Ooh, we're gonna set up a pass through the corkscrew. No. No. I was too far behind. I could have pulled it off, but I was too far behind. I needed to be a little bit more inside going into the corner to pull that off. Or I could have gone through the desert dirt there. That's what Alex and Artie did. It worked out pretty well for him. He won the damn race. Oh, God damn it! Really? It was a good lap too. All right, so we did okay. Got beat at the end of the day by 2 other guys who had faster laps than us. But that's fine. That's fine. I think we probably can catch them in qualifying. So I'm going to go do that. Then we'll go race. And then we'll end this episode. So I'll be right back and all that stuff. You know how this goes. Blah, 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 blah. Go race time. All right. So welcome back, everybody. We are on the pole. Got 8 laps. Sprint race. Around Laguna Seca. Should hopefully not be too bad.
Green.
That was a weird spot to get manual control, but I'll take it. I'll take it. And so we are already off to the races. I don't know if there's a pit stop that's required during this race. Remember, for GT3 there is a pit stop required. I don't know if it's during the sprint race or not. We'll have to pay attention and see if people are pitting. If they do, we will have to make a pit stop, and that will be a first for this series for certain. Oh, there we go. I don't think we'll need fuel. I think we might just need to pick up like 2 right side tires or 2 left side tires or whatever tires we want to get. We can get a little bit of fuel. We can just go no tires and fuel. We have options. It just depends on what the situation is. Here we go. So going up the hill, corkscrew up ahead, and then we just gotta go through this 7 more times. And by the way, I checked. I know I mentioned the famous Zanardi pass where he went off. You can't do that. The game will tag you for going off the course and cutting the track, as it rightfully should. It's a very sketchy thing. If you've never seen it, just Google, just go to YouTube and search Alex Zanardi Laguna Seca. You should get that. If you don't,
Solid opening lap there. Nice
okay,
work.
thank you. But if you don't get that, I think it was 1996 was when he did it. So entering any of those or any combination of those 3 should get you the pass from the kart race where I'm not going to spoil it. You just have to see it. It's an incredible drive. Perhaps slightly illegal, but allowed nonetheless. So 8 seconds faster on that lap. Wow. We're going to get a good lap in here. So we've been running about 126s around here in our McLaren. Oh, a little wide, way wide. Okay, so I guess that counts. We didn't get penalized for that. We lost a second, so we do have a second or so to make up now. And somebody hit the cone and knocked it in the middle of the corkscrew. dangerous spot for that to be since it's a blind downhill turn. It's like, oh, I'm turning downhill. Oh, hi, it's a cone. Hi, cone. It's not the best spot. Cone, you need to get yourself out of there. Oh. So nobody pitting yet. I wonder if it will remind us that we have to pit.
You're currently setting the fastest lap of the race. Keep it
I
up.
don't even know if we have to do it during the sprint race. That's the question I have is it required during this race or not? And I've done pitting just in practice to see what it was like. Not practice for this race, but practicing in like some event weekend races. There's a lot of different things you can change on the setup of the car. Obviously, you can refuel it, change the tires if you want to. I'm not quite sure, how I'm going to handle it. Because I feel like we don't need to really do much. If we could just get like maybe a tiny splash of gas and that will satisfy the game's requirement for us to pit, that would be fine with me. I mean, tires I'm doing okay on. Unless they finally add tire degradation in. Oh, there's that cone again. There we go. Going down the hill here. Very nice twisty downhill section. And see, that's the problem. I've opened up such a big lead that I don't know what the situation is. Okay, we're okay. Nobody's pitting, it looks like, yet.
You look strong out there. Stay focused and keep building the lead.
I'm a little worried. I just hope that I'm not supposed to pit in a sprint race. That's all I'm worried about. No, it's just a sprint race. I guess if we see people pitting as we come back down the hairpin here, we'll be able to kind of figure that out. But it doesn't look like anyone's pitting so far.
P2 is 7 seconds behind.
Wow.
Great job. Keep pushing.
It's a pretty good gap. It's actually 8 seconds behind. I'm sorry. I'm sorry you can't count Race Engineer, who sounds, even though he's supposed to be a different guy, sounds suspiciously like the Race Engineer I had when I was in karts. Huh. Interesting. Is the cone still there? Let's see if the cone is still there. Cone, you're still there. What did I tell you, Cone? You need to get out of there. It's a very dangerous, very unfortunate spot to be. Here we go. So again, lap 4 completed. Nobody's pitted. And we have now an almost 8.5 second lead, 9 second lead now. We're just pulling away from them. Any takers for pits?
That's great pace. You're looking good out there.
I don't know. I didn't see anybody. Maybe we don't have to pit this first race. Maybe it's the second race we have to pit, because we think we have 2 races for this weekend. Here we go. Yeah, nobody's pitting yet. We're okay. And our tires aren't really fading off, so we don't have to worry about that too much either. So, oh, careful, careful. Sliding. We're okay. I really don't have anything to talk about. That's kind of the weird thing. Could talk about some of the episodes coming up. So the next 2 of the next 3 weekends, or like the next 2 weekend episodes that we have technically, because one of the weekends isn't going to have a Project Cars episode due to some scheduling issues with other things happening on Saturday. But this Saturday and the 2 Saturdays from this Saturday, so the first Saturday in September, are not going to be career races. They're going to be specials for Spa and Monza, respectively. So the Spa special is this weekend.
Great work, mate. The pace is really strong. No mistakes.
And
We're
I
building
don't
a good gap
mean
to second.
I don't mean Spa special as in, hey, 3 manicures all weekend. I mean as in the Spa-Francorchamps track is going to be, you're going to do a special on that on this Saturday for the Belgian Grand Prix, and then in 2 weeks is Monza, and we're going to be doing a Italian Grand Prix special as well. So look forward to both of those coming up soon. The Spa one's actually pretty cool because they talk a lot about the history of the track and the fact that it used to be a much bigger track. And is it turning? Is the sun setting? The sun is setting. I feel like the sun is setting. It looks decidedly less blue sky than it did before. That, or we're inside of a giant sandstorm, and that is not good either. Cohen is still there. I don't think we've pitted yet. Here we go. Yeah, the sun is definitely setting here. I wonder if this means that our second race is going to be tomorrow, or perhaps not at all. I don't know. We've only got 2 laps left, so if we got to pit soon. But we can't really afford
driving,
to.
Mate. Pace is really good. We're building a nice gap to second place now. Keep up the good work.
Yes, indeed, we are building a very nice gap. So yeah, I got some scheduling stuff that's going to come up, and a lot of things I can't talk about right now. Surprises for you coming soon. So yeah, it's gonna mess with my other series, as they always, surprises tend to. A little bit slower, but we're still 12 seconds ahead. So yeah, I mean, we're still just kind of going through the motions here in GT3. I expect the next 2 races will be some combination of, well, the next 2 circuits we visit, some combination of Sonoma, Watkins Glen, Road America. Because there's only 3 races in the championship, so I wouldn't be shocked if it is Watkins Glen plus Road America, simply because it would be kind of weird to have 2 races in California and have a 3rd race somewhere out east. I don't think that's a good balance of touring the U.S. I feel like I bit my tongue. I bit my tongue at some point here because it feels like it's hurting. Yeah, it's hurting. Okay.
Lovely driving. The pace is very strong. We're building a good gap to second.
14 seconds, so if someone was going to pit, I would notice it by now because their time would just shoot through the roof. Yeah, the second place guy didn't pit at all, so I think we're in the good on the sprint race. Must be the main event race that we have to pit on. There we go. Last lap around here. God, how many laps is the main event going to be? If this is 8, those are usually longer. I mean, the sprint race is shorter. Oh my goodness. We're going to have like 10 laps, and I'm not going to have any idea what to talk about for 10 laps. I'm going to have to cut back and forth until we do, I don't even know. I mean, this is going to be an episode unto itself, I think. Bye-bye, Cone. You have served me well, companion. I will miss you. There we go. 2 more corners. Right here. With our 15-second lead, I think we're going to be okay. Yeah, we're going to be okay. We're going to be okay. Oh, there we go. There we go. A little wide, but who cares? To the finish line. Yeah.
Start to the series. Fantastic work.
Good job. And first place. There we go. 25 points. Race number 1. Continue to race 2.
This race features a mandatory pit stop.
There we go.
Your engineer
12
will
laps.
notify you once the pits are open.
Mm-hmm.
You must make a single
pit stop after you receive the pit stop indicator
and
before the race is over.
Failing to stop,
of course,
will
failing
lead
to stop is DQ.
disqualification
Yeah.
from the race results.
No surprise there. So, there we go. That answers our question. I guess with 12 laps, we're going to have to do this one next time. I mean, we're already at 30 minutes on this episode, at least my timer. I don't know what the time is on that. I probably will edit that down a little bit. But that's all for this episode. We did quite a bit. We got our first GT race in. Doing our next GT race next time, 12 lap spectacular. We get to do our first pit stop. Yay! So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you soon around the track.